love it instantly. Only time will tell.
You'll be like, wow, that's crazy. This lettuce, actually fantastic.
One can dream. I mean, I like turn the page on like cheese and bread because I used to not like bread.
I don't like cheese.
Okay, I like spreadable cheese, like Laughing Cow and like cream cheese. I like those. I don't like Baby Bell cheese. I don't like that.
So we're back to being live. As a heads up,
Okay.
and I walked to where the buried treasure supposedly is, and I then logged off so that I didn't die. Now I gotta find it.
Also, I just straight up hate cheddar.
You make it sound like you hate, like, money.
I don't know what it is, but like, just cheddar doesn't do it for me. Whenever I have like cheddar, and it always like tastes weird to me. Like even just like straight up just like block cheese or like cheddar, I just don't like.
What did cheddar ever do to you, huh?
I don't know, be my food, I guess.
Clearly.
I'm gonna have like pitchforks outside my house for saying that. Some cheese lover is just going to like
that is my everyday fear. Because like there are some intense cheesemongers out there.
That's when you don't say anything about cheese, you just nod along.
Like, yes. Cheese. The thing that I eat.
Yep, it's produced. Has milk in it, I think.
Yep. Yeah, sounds about right, yeah.
You just nod along, like, as they lift off, like, different cheeses. And you're like, yeah, I like those.
That's a good cheese right there. Believe that, right? Believe that I like that cheese?
And then you just hope that they don't ask what you like about it.
It's very cheesy.
It's cheese, you know? It's like, who doesn't like cheese, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, only a weirdo wouldn't like cheese. And me, sir, I am no weirdo.
At least in that sense. Every other sense, I'm fucking crazy.
Oh yeah,
but
of course.
Not liking cheese, not that type of weirdo. I'm a respectable cheese enjoyer.
And then they bring you to a wine and cheese tasting, and then you're screwed.
Which especially would be like double fucked for me because I don't drink. And I don't like cheese. So I'm just there like either nibbling ever so slightly on cheese, or I'm just standing in a corner.
Yep.
Just trying to like I don't know, turn invisible against the wall.
I'm eating my salad.
Very nice. Like I'm very conscious that I'm a very picky eater. Like, to the point where I'm even annoyed by it.
Hold on 2 seconds. I have to go wake up my sleeping fiance, otherwise he's not gonna go back to work.
Okay.
Okay, he's awake, and I'm back.
Awesome. But, like, I know how picky I am. I know, like, I even get annoyed by how much I don't like a lot of foods.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes, like, eating, like, a balanced amount of food difficult.
I'm sure.
But there's, like, one specific food that I love, or, like, I guess, vegetable fruit thing that I love, but everyone I know hates.
Okay.
I love tomatoes, and everyone I know fucking hates them.
I don't mind tomatoes.
Thank you. But like, my best friend doesn't like tomatoes, which I can get because she has texture issues, and specifically tomatoes. Or all her texture issues, I can get that.
Right.
But just, I know so many people are like, they just don't taste good, and I'm like, the fuck you mean? Like, what kind of tomatoes have you been eating? Because I know that there's some crappy tomatoes out there. I've had my fair share of crappy tomatoes, and I'm just sad.
Right.
But to label it as all tomatoes, I just don't get.
You know, there are some really good things of lettuce out there.
That's why, earlier I was like, maybe I just haven't had, I haven't found the right lettuce for me, right? Maybe I haven't had, the right thing of lettuce. I at least, am open. They're just like, no, I don't like tomatoes. I will never eat tomatoes. They're disgusting. And I'm like, eh? One time it was a girl that I hate that was like, ugh, I hate tomatoes. I'm like, okay, another reason to not like you. Awesome. This girl also never washed her hands.
Gross.
Yeah. Because I know, lettuce is sort of the potatoes of, the vegetable, dishes it is in.
Uh-huh.
It's meant to, be, to amplify or, go with something. It's not meant to be, the most tasteful thing ever. It can be tasteful, I know that it can. But you normally add stuff to make it more tasteful. But I don't know. When the ones that I have had, I'll specify not the ones that I've had, not lettuce in general. It just tastes so watery and artificial and not.
Did you have iceberg lettuce?
I believe so, yes.
That would explain why.
So maybe I've just been having shit lettuce.
Yeah, you've been having real shit lettuce. Iceberg lettuce is known as the water in the lettuce community. Has no flavor. Has no calories. It's just water leaf. You've been eating water leaf.
Good to know. I've had the LaCroix of lettuce.
Yeah.
But just partly because I've had so many I guess bad lettuce experiences. Whenever I'm offered lettuce, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because I just don't want to taste that watery taste.
No, I get it. The thing is, iceberg lettuce is the cheapest lettuce you'll find.
Yeah.
So typically, the most common lettuce you'll find. think if we go this way, we'll find a crimson. Nope, we have warped. Okay, must be the other way.
Once again, it's food talk on T stream, because apparently that's the thing we talk about the most.
I like food, okay?
I don't really.
Love
I'm
food.
like the opposite of a food person, like a foodie.
Love food.
I'm happy you enjoy food.
You know what I'm eating right now? Food.
Food.
And that
what
crazy.
You eat
Food.
But you literally, like, I remember I was having like a deep conversation about wraps and burritos because one of your friends,
Leah, yeah. Doesn't know what a burrito is, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember him, or like them going like, what the fuck have I been eating when they finally realized that they've only been eating wraps, not burritos.
I don't even know what kind of wrap she's been eating because no wrap should be wet.
Maybe he has like the bad lettuce in it or something. I don't know. Oh, that reminds me, like, speaking of that conversation, I remember saying that, like, I talked about me not really having, like, burgers at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I've since tried an actual burger, like, with buns and everything.
Yeah?
It's good, just because I don't have, like, a lot of, like, meat stuff, usually. It felt so rich, and I felt my entire body, like, I felt like I got, like, hit with drugs.
Hit with drugs? Okay.
It was just so much flavor all at once that I was not used to, that I was just like, oh, okay. Why does this make my body feel weird eating?
That has to be like the best. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna compare you to something right now.
Okay.
But if for any point I'm ever in like, you know, the veganism is better than ever eating meat argument, if they do not hit me with the it feels like eating drugs, then it's no longer valid. I don't care what they have to say. If I don't get hit with the it's like drugs comment, they're wrong.
And the thing is, I've been asked if I'm like vegan or vegetarian. I'm like, yes, I'm technically sort of vegetarian. Not my choice. Like, I didn't consciously be like, I'm no longer eating meat. My taste buds hate it, so.
I just think that's so
also,
funny.
And like I ended up giving the rest of my burger to my brother because I just couldn't handle it. Like I had like a couple bites, but then like also I was like looking at the patty, which I try not to like look at my food as I'm eating because it kind of grosses me out for some reason. I don't know why. And I was just because like it was like not grease, but you know like when like after being like fried on a pan, it kind of has like this like it looks like it's like underwater, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
My brain was just equating it to it being covered in sweat for some reason. Even though logically my brain knew how it was cooked. Like I literally watched my brother and my mom cook it. And I knew, therefore, it was not covered in sweat, and I had a bite, so it tasted good. I just couldn't stomach it.
Mhm.
So I was just,
Yep.
hey. Like I basically just like essentially watched up like. So I'm like, well, you're cooking, yeah, you're like very nice. Still take it though.
I have this thing where sorry, my salad.
No, you're all good.
Okay, so for context, I love beef. Okay. Beef is the main animal that I eat because chicken and pork are really difficult for me to physically swallow. Specifically chicken breast.
I've
it's
had
just
chicken breast before and I don't like it either.
it's too dry. I can't swallow it.
It feels like dry rubber to me.
No matter how it's cooked, it could be like still like actively super juicy and I still wouldn't be able to swallow it. I don't know why. Not the point. So I eat a lot of steak and I eat a lot of burgers. I'm cool with this. I love steak. The problem lies in the fact that I love my steak medium rare, but my burgers have to be cremated for me to touch them.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
If I notice a hint of pink in my burgers, I no longer can eat.
Well, also, like, burgers are ground and steak isn't.
Right.
So the process of it being, like, a steak being medium rare compared to a burger being medium rare is different. Because ground beef is meant to be fully cooked.
That's what I'm saying. But everybody's like, it's so good. How can you not eat them like that? And I go, because I don't want to be poisoned, actually.
There's probably some, like, logistic reason why, like, ground beef is more optimal to be, or, like, safer to be, like, fully cooked to cremated compared to, like, steak being, like, a variety of, like, how it can be cooked on wellness, I guess.
Well, I can explain to you the scientific reasons behind it. Because I do know the science. Okay, so the reason that beef can be, cooked to a variety of different doneness levels is because of the natural state of the bacteria in them.
Okay.
Bacteria in the cuts of meat that we typically get for steak isn't going to be harmful to people as long as it's, cleaned. Which, as long as you're getting your beef from a reputable source, it's going to be. So you can have it cooked anywhere between rare to, well done, depending on your liking. But it's not going to hurt you like chicken or pork would.
Yep.
And then, then you can get into the science of, texture, flavor, and all of that. But from a strictly health reason, that would be why. Whereas the reason that you're supposed to always cook ground beef is because ground beef is
it, like,
typically...
Is that, like, harder to, like, keep clean or something?
What it is, okay, so the history behind ground beef is it was actually just the leftover cow bits.
Okay.
It was seen as low-grade bits of meat.
Just like a lot of, like, I forget what type of fish, but, like, a certain type of fish was seen as, like, peasant fish because it was very common to catch. But now it's, like, high-end, I forget. Like, I think...
Lobster and crab.
I think it's, like... Yeah, right. Which I have my own thing about that, I'll say after you knowledge me about.
But because of that, there was also... in history, no guarantee that it was just beef that you were getting in your ground beef. Because, before supermarkets and, factory stuff, it was just your local butcher. who would toss, you know, chicken gizzards and pork bits.
Your local Todd Butcher.
And, you know, that is no longer the case nowadays. But you're also still getting much lower qualities of beef, parts of the cow that you wouldn't typically be eating raw, and do harbor bacteria that can harm and cause food poisoning. Which is why you should never eat your burgers anything less than well done. But it's simply... Yeah, go ahead.
I've been wondering that for a while, so I'm kind of glad that you knew that, because it's one of those things where I wouldn't know how to phrase like a question to Google.
Right. There's something that we learned about in culinary, oddly enough.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes sense to learn about it in culinary.